Okay, hello, and we're back with episode 3 of The Expanse, the first one, where we're going to see if there are consequences to our actions, because there certainly will be soon. I know it said that episode 4 and 5 could be very different depending on your actions, so that would be interesting, but maybe there are some consequences already. Mausoleum, the mining station box. We haven't lost anyone yet, just a leg and an arm.
You've come. And with you comes the next
It's just bits of people. They're still alive.
We have been preparing for your arrival for years, perhaps centuries. We have been patient. We know you have much to teach us. If you can hear my voice, whoever you are, welcome home.
Welcome home and welcome back.
It just repeats after that.
Who was that?
The head of the station, presumably.
It was somebody. Yeah, more like a cult.
Sounds more like a cult leader to me. Someone who flew too far from home. Generations ago, millions
Vigil
of
will
Earthers tried to set
remember
up
that.
mining stations in
So I think he has something to do with this. He knows more than he's letting on.
Some died off right away. And some of them, no one knows.
Still, a station this large, uncharted, and seemingly uninhabited?
You know too much.
It's like nothing I've heard of.
Get you will remember that I called it a cult. Not that I've heard of
None of the
hiding in the
scanners
corner.
penetrate past the first level, but there are no heat signatures, no activity except this broadcast.
Okay, we need to find the hidden stuff. I think we've been failing in finding all the hidden stuff. Who else is looking?
But we don't know if the pirates have found the coordinates in
Probably have.
Or anyone else.
Not to mention, how the fuck are we gonna find it in there? The place is massive.
Lots to explore.
Line in the
As long as there's not a time limit.
Something about
Place is massive. The first
ones.
one.
Fuck does that mean?
We'll know till we get
Well,
inside.
they called it home, so the first humans, the first
Rayan.
space people.
Stay on the ship. Be ready to burn hard if there's any.
Just like the first clones.
Sure thing, boss man. Good hunting.
You come with me.
Maya and I will head inside and search around.
We need all the hands we can get, I think. That's respect. And they want to go, they're disappointed that they have to sit on the thing. And they're like, oh yeah, you two were getting made. Because again, you know, it said the whole crew would know. I bet he wouldn't be pulling that face if it wasn't just, you know, we'd just got it on. They would be, you know, maybe he was interested in Captain, you know, he wanted to get in there. But now he knows. He's like, oh yeah, of course you're taking Maya. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Let's find all of the stuff. Maybe it would have been different. Maybe if we hadn't slept with her, he would have came. You know, maybe it makes a difference. Who knows? If it makes a big difference, maybe Maya gets killed up there. Maybe he would have been able to, you know, maybe that's a big consequence. Maybe he would have been able to hold his own, but he kept his mouth shut because he's like, oh yeah, you're taking her because it's like a romantic date. But maybe he could have done something she couldn't have, you know, because he's experienced with going out there all the time, and she isn't necessarily. She hasn't been coming on the missions. Tensha hydraulic door. Do not stop in the doorway. Yeah, don't be one of those idiots that just stand still in the middle of a doorway. Oh, you just finished your shopping. I'm outside, so I'm just going to stand in the middle of the doorway.
Exactly how old is this place?
And make sure no one else can get
to
up
be on
or
any
in the
maps.
shop.
Maybe 100 years.
Worst place to stand. Get clear of the doorway, then stop to do whatever you're doing. It's the world's worst place you could stand. I'm immediately turning around and going backwards if the door's still open. It looks functional. Okay, the eternal triangle, the impossible shape.
Let's search for the command center.
You know, all these people that say it's an impossible shape, they've just proved it. Like, I always knew it was possible, you know, curving a bit. It's not an impossible shape. Okay, the door closed behind us. Alright, so check everywhere for loot.
I've never seen helmets this old. Crazy that people used to wear these into the vacuum.
It's funny that they almost look exactly like yours, but, you know, they haven't changed that much considering. Okay, the eternal triangle. Because, you know, again, I actually made it out of a straw as well. You know, I twisted a straw and then bent it over at the edges and made the impossible shape out of a triangle, out of a straw. To prove it in high school, because people were like, it's impossible, that thing can't exist. Look at it. You know, you curve it cleverly and it exists. You know, it's just clever folds and turns, and you know, you can make it literally with a straw, and you know, if you fold it correctly, fold it over correctly, and then put the other side back inside the other side, you can make that with a straw. Not anymore, probably, because they're paper straws now, but
completely abandoned.
You can.
I can't even imagine what could have happened here.
Maybe we'll find out. As long as it's on the way to finding the MK core. The station is ancient, but the nav beacon is new tech.
Did we put the nav beacon there, or
the station is
is
ancient,
someone already?
But the nav beacon is new tech.
Already suspiciously in here. Eat Maya. Well, I mean, I'm guessing you're going to open up all the doors and there's nothing else we can do. That's like a bridge. See that? Okay, the screens are there?
The aux power is on these breaker boxes.
Okay, well now you can turn it.
This sector is now powered. There are 3 total. Each should have its own control room like this.
3 sectors. I'll go ahead to find the control centers in each one. You keep scanning the servers for any leads.
Fine. Have the fun to yourself.
I'll call you
Definitely
once I
does
power
sound
up
like
the next
something is
sector.
going to happen to a Balivna here. Suspicious, you know?
We still haven't talked about last night. Probably should keep it that way for now.
No, I think that's a bad idea. You know, sleeping together and then just keeping stum. That's like asking for it to never happen again and it for a
About
bad
last
relationship.
Yeah, Cap. Tell us about last night. Which one of you made all those noises? Sounded like a koyo stakada.
Ah, Falota! Get off this channel! Private channel from here on out, okay? And maybe we just focus on the mission for now.
You got it, Boss Meng.
Okay, this relationship sounds doomed. They're gonna have an argument any second. Any second. She's keeping a little too quiet about it, and it sounds like it was a terrible mistake, and feelings are gonna get hurt.
The idea of exploring this whole station doesn't appeal to me. But
Communications are
whoever
offline,
said the
okay. Red Bay, bathroom, mining tunnels. Cathedral? The communications it is a cult. I didn't even see that. I saw the communications crossed out. I didn't see the word cathedral written above it. Yeah, definitely cult station. Okay. I guess we've got a very specific route that we have to do first. And not going down these side ones. Ironically, they've all labelled 1. Or that's the way that we came. Yeah, they are all labelled 1. Who is that? That's interesting. Maya, there appears to be somebody just standing there waiting for us. It's a little concerning. Hi, friends. Did somebody just pose the suit for no reason? Why is she not even reacting to it? Hey, who turned out the lights? Okay, it's praying. Prayed. Bless the triangle. Bless the
Seems
eternal
almost
triangle.
Posed.
That's weird. Do you think it's related to the core?
I think it's related to the Eternal Triangle.
I'll keep searching around.
Making a interesting triangle shape with overlapping fingers as though he's doing that.
The last one? Huh.
I leave this message having surrendered this sector to the vacuum to preserve my body for what comes next. Trust Dalton, trust the signal. We will live again, the last one.
What the hell is this place?
Okay. So he's gonna come back to life now that... Well, we haven't re-established a gravity or a...
This group called itself the Cassiopeia Collective.
Yeah.
Landed here in 2226. They were an unlicensed settler community from Earth.
What happened to them?
No clue. Nothing good, by the looks of it.
What the hell is this place?
He turned into somebody praising the Eternal Triangle, clearly. That's what happens. Hold LT whilst moving to move vertically. Okay, right. That might have been good to know in other, areas, because I've always gone, straight along, but I'm not going to go vertical. I'm just going to go in the way that we've always been. Okay, the fact that there are multiple junctions here, are we going to have to, disable those on the way up again or something? Seems like maybe the lift's going to turn on and we're going to have to quickly pull out the powers and do something about that. Or fly back up to open this airlock. Oh, look. The thing that I literally said. It's a thing we have to do and disable and reroute the power. Connect the junction powers to the power airlock.
We're about to hit the greatest score a scavenger has ever come across.
That's what he said.
That's what she said.
What do you plan to do with it? The money, I mean.
I'll head back to Ceres.
You want to go back to the station where there's a bounty on your head?
With this money, I can make the bounty disappear.
How?
And you could just pay it. You're not wrong.
By making him irrelevant. I'm going to build an OPA that actually helps Belters.
And this will turn the lift back on, I'm certain of it. Okay, I should just stick to the way that I knew before because... Okay. If I connect lefts... I feel like it's going to turn the lift on. Okay, maybe we've disabled the lift by doing that. Interesting. I shouldn't mix and match controls. I really shouldn't, because it's not that useful. Right. Can I reconnect that? I feel like maybe... What did that even do? I feel like I missed something that I could have maybe grabbed there. Maybe like that panel opens up or something. Either way, we've missed pretty much everything on all of the stations, so what does it matter? We missed everything. We missed all the good loot. Well, we got some stuff. Okay, there's a temperature sensor. Let's take that. You know, we get some loot. It's not a big special mission loot, but it's some loot, and we'll take it. Okay, collect. Maybe it will have some sort of relevance. Don't look through the walls. Don't glitch through the wall. That would be terrible. Okay, into... I hear footsteps. That was concerning. There are actually footsteps down here. I mean, we've probably still got a gun. Okay, the door's closed off behind. I wonder if we're going to see something now. to explain the footsteps that I heard.
Falota.
Drummer?
Bodies.
What happened?
Dead bodies. Many of them.
I don't know if they're necessarily
I'll head
dead,
to the power.
considering I heard
Then
footsteps.
we can investigate it together.
Now you want to include me? Fantastic.
I have a feeling they're all gonna
So what
come
about you?
alive.
What are you going to do with your share?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Falota.
Why
You
does
must
this
have some
one
idea.
only have a window? You know, to make sense.
You could pick a station to settle in.
If they all
Set
had
up shop
windows
as
but
an
were steamed
engineer.
up and dirty,
I
but
could. I'd miss flying around though. Maybe I'll buy the Artemis off Khan. You can call me captain for a change.
Ah, this ship has had enough mutinies already.
you know, it makes sense if they all had windows, but you know, most of them were dirty. But this one only to specifically show, like this one has a window, but then you can't necessarily tell that the others are the same sort of thing. Mining nets, okay, seems something useful. We're probably going to use that to catch something or someone in space, and I'm sure it will come in handy. Yeah, because all the others don't have windows. Like, they don't look the same without the window. Like, they're literally all the clone of the same thing on the left, but the one with the window is very different. So I wouldn't have associated necessarily that these were all dead bodies, you know? Coffins. But maybe she just knows because she's seen enough of them in her time. Mannequin. Not gonna turn into a zombie at all. See my brother, see my mummy. Try swimming, climb a mountain. Thank the aliens. Thank the bus driver. Eat! I dream. I know it says ice cream. Become secret secretary general. Fight the bacteria. Ride a spaceship.
Next life goals. Strange lesson for children. Or anyone.
They're telling them that they were all about to die, so you know, it's fine, you'll be alive in the next life and you'll get to do your things, but what would you like to do in the next life? What are your dreams that you haven't been able to do in this life? He's got a mouth open for sussy surprises.
Bodies in the vacuum don't decompose. Guess that was the lesson.
I don't know, it seems a bit shocked. Seems to be a little shocked. Or questionable sex doll. Okay. I'm expecting zombies. Okay, I'm always checking for the loot. I mean, if this is a lot more linear, it might be easier to find the things. Oh, it's a Mad
Something tells me
Libs.
it's not exactly accepted science.
It's a Mad Libs. Our galaxy, the R-Stink, is estimated to be 87,000 years in diameter. Out of the 100 billion planets, 300 million have the properties for life. This is known as the Stinky Zone. According to the Twitch paradox, intelligent life must have developed in our galaxy. Without bacteria or oxygen exposure, human bodies can remain free from body odor indefinitely due to Twitch chats law. We can predict that medical technology will grow more efficient every year. This makes the potential for advanced alien civilizations for human civilizations limitless. Taken all together, the Papega principle states that the resurrection of infected corpses in stasis by an advanced civilization, human or alien, is a question of purpose, not if. Question of stinkiness. It doesn't show the Mad Libs bits in this one, it's just like, it's the words. Again, it was homework and they had to answer the questions in the blanks, but it looks more like a stupid Mad Libs thing. Cocoon people. Wi-Fi signal to a ship. Aliens. Come. One has a big, huge mustache, and there's a kid alien. May or may not be very accurate to what they were saying, but they're expecting aliens to come and resurrect them. Because they're sending out a signal, which, you know, we heard their signal, asking for welcoming the first ones home. Okay. Medbay.
These aren't just coffins. They're designed to keep corpses in stasis, virtually forever.
Dehumidifier! They're dehydration. They dried them out. Lubrication atomizer. Insulation climatizer. Static absorber. I mean, they didn't really stasis them, did they? They just desiccated and dehydrated them. That's what they did. They dried them out entirely, but they've got a lubrication thing to maybe bring them back to life and re-lubricate them, but I don't think it would work like that.
All of this planning and effort, just to prepare for their own deaths.
I mean, if they believe they're coming back to life,
Looks like they were pulling walls off
they
the
would put a
station
lot of
to
effort
fashion
into
these
making sure
caskets.
it looked right,
Big
right?
go. Looks like they were pulling walls off the station to fashion these caskets. Big pagal.
But again, you know, if they are not going to need the walls, does that matter? Pitons?
This feels like grave robbing. Even more so than usual.
I know. But just think of the historical value. These were some of the first people to try and survive out here.
Does historical value pay well?
Beats me.
Antiques? But why would we need pitons unless we're gonna, you know, use the rope outside of a ship, perhaps? Because we're hardly rock climbing. But maybe if we've got, like, you know, rope outside the ship, we attach them to the outside of the ship.
Reading this message, you'd hardly know they'd given up on surviving and are putting all their hope in aliens?
By unanimous vote, the Casimir Collective has decided to decommission all biomass recycles and break them apart from materials. We thank all collectivists and participated in the hearing, looking forward to a brighter future ahead. We have entered phase 3 of the realignment plan, laid out in the last month's collectivist assembly. All regular mining operations have been suspended. Mining employees, please report to your posts at regular call to be reassigned. Management will communicate new plans for breaking down and repurposing construction materials once suitable amounts of material has been collected. We'll commence phase 4 to begin construction of stasis coffins. Designs have been posted in the comms hub for comments before next month's assembly. Well, I guess they agreed on that. Yes, they all agreed to be dehumidified and desiccated. Another new mission. I mean, I should look at those. Objectives. Turn on the power for Sector 2. So did we just complete a mission or something? Mission logs. I don't know what's necessary to complete. Just parameters to provide more information. Shinabi. I don't think we're on the Shinabi. These are all, like, you know, turn on the power for selectivity. We must have completed one of the side missions there, but I don't know where that log went. It's fine. We did a thing. That's all that matters. Okay, let's open the airlock. Very linear. Not finding places to go float around and explore. This door doesn't open. So it's going to be more embarrassing that we miss loot when it's all so linear. Okay, this corridor looks very different. Like an umbilical to a different ship. Okay, there's the power that we need. Okay, I'm going to guess. Once we activate that, it's going to open the level 2 doors. But I can also clearly see that there's bodies. And when we turn it on, they're all going to come alive, aren't they? Don't have any comments on that. We're going to inevitably power them up and they're going to come alive. Because that's part of the plan. Maybe not yet.
Kidding. It's like a crypt. I thought Belters recycled their dead.
We do. We don't get to be sentimental. We use every ounce of every resource we have. It's how we survive.
You eat them?
So what do you think happened here?
Maybe the people here were abandoned and went mad. Who knows what else we might find?
I mean, it wasn't either of those answers, was it? They're religious fanatics who believe that they're going to be reborn. They probably are going to be, as zombies. Probably have parasites in them that are going to bring them back to life, but... You know, there wasn't exactly an option to go with. They believe they're going to come back to life, so they all cocoon
There's
themselves.
no sign of the core yet. I'll check the server here.
You know,
Keep
they're
me
not
posted on any more
recycling the bodies because they think that they're not dead. They think they're coming back. They believe strongly that they are coming back to life.
Grateful to have company in here.
Okay, so now that we know that this channel is definitely private...
You can finally tell me that last night was amazing and you'll never be the same again. I'm flattered.
You didn't sound convinced.
I was just going to say that it was very nice.
It really, really, really was.
Without moving your lips. All that without moving your lips. I mean, at least our character eventually moved her lips, but she did not. Okay. That's A way. Wonder if there's a B way. Why would you give options of routes? Oh, hello. Because you're hiding a secret loot.
Will I mess up your work if I remove this power converter?
It's fine. That's a backup from their first attempt at wiring this place. They must have had no idea what would work long-term in microgravity.
Just threw a bunch of caca at the wall and saw what didn't float. Whatever else this group was. They were brave.
I mean, you say that after having already removed it. Are you sure you don't mind if I remove this? I've already ripped it out the circuit. It's a bit late now. But you're okay if I take this out, right? Nothing could possibly go wrong if I take this out. Okay, any more people that are going to be... Like, also, the fact that they were saying they were taking it out of the bulkheads, it really doesn't look like they're taking the panels out of the bulkheads, does it? Any more posed bodies? Raising the triangle? Time, Moffat. 22 weeks. Abdurari Mori Anasel of 7 weeks. 22 out of 7 weeks. Timo Moffat, 22. 12. Mori Anasel. Ami Abdi, 8, 7 weeks. The green is a bit weeks. You strap in and wait to be called. Think they're already dead.
I'd never let this happen to me. I've got my recycler all picked out.
Fair enough. Ready to be recycled.
I submit this recording alongside the station's
triangle!
medical records for future study. Though I take less faith than Dalton and foreign visitors, I have hope our tragedy will prove instructive to the burgeoning field of extraterrestrial immunology. The pandemic was
Are they called an
decimated.
alien
This
virus?
station began as a standard Mycobacterium tuberculosis infection. I contend it was
COVID.
our antibiotic air filters which provoked the initial evolutionary surge.
It evolved them. That's why they think they can survive it.
It was the children, born to this station, whose stunted immune systems provided the fatal breeding grounds. I did all I could. In truth, we all did. But we had no chance.
Well, the tuberculosis killed you all.
Huh. All these poor Sabakawalas, staring at the abyss for eternity.
That's even worse. Because they haven't preserved themselves. They've preserved the super tuberculosis. So the bacteria is what's going to live on when they're escaped.
They were
Not
taking
them.
supplements to combat living in microgravity.
Wonder if it's the same stuff we take.
I doubt it. The only reason we survive now is because of what we learned from settlements like this.
These must be from whoever planted the MK core. We're close.
A Mortal Kombat core. So they have preserved space tuberculosis, and we're gonna unleash it on the universe. Stupidly. And, you know, unintentionally, but we are going to release the space tuberculosis upon the universe. It is not prepared. Hands of the king, hands of the healer, and search on the rightful King Milone. Loving memory of Dr. Amnesia. Now that you're lost, we all are. Well, yes, I guess when your doctor dies, you're all screwed, aren't you?
Looks like the medic was well liked.
They, in the middle of a pandemic, the doctor is king. Let's just say that. He's the best hope of people surviving and getting out of it. So, are you surprised? Shouldn't be. It makes legitimately perfect sense.
So you're heading back to
Doctor
Ceres
is king.
and leaving the Artemis without a captain?
I suppose that's true.
Damn. If I knew last night was a one-off, I would have gotten even less sleep.
I will miss you too.
Oh, for fuck's sake. At least call me a well-walla, or tell me how you can kick my Martian ass.
I will miss kicking your ass, well, Walla.
Thank you.
Okay, we've got to reconnect more power. And... okay, we've got a bigger puzzle. Wait. I connect left. Okay, so should I pay attention to Bentar circuits? Okay, that one leads to nothing. That one leads to nothing. I guess we're just following the trail and making sure that it connects to the correct way. If I connect up, it will go to that one. And if I connect otherwise, it will not go to where it needs to go. Okay, so that door, I'm sure, leads to nothing. So it's just a matter of, you know, wiring to whatever is the correct things. It's not going to lead to any sort of space, I don't think. Just making connections. Hands reaching out for hands. Okay, we're in! The wreck. That's not the Eternal Triangle. He's in a pyramid star interesting shape. He is in the impossible cube, isn't he? Can't think. The hypercube? He's in a hyper triangle with stars, and he's quite clearly being worshipped. But I like to explore. Okay, were we meant to walk this way? Because I could have just flown straight off. Okay, can't go under there. He's too curious for his own good to find hidden things. Okay. Is deep darkness down into the abyss? is a platform. Have to find all the loot. Have to find loot. Okay, it's another wiring puzzle. Okay, I see. I understand. Why is there a coffin a million miles over there that you're telling me about? Okay.
Looks different from the coffins in the upper sectors. Maybe they built it in the
Cleaner.
early days, before they ran out of supplies.
I don't know, this one has a name on it. Logan Dalton. Looks cleaner, better preserved. I think might be one of the better coffins. Probably actually going to come alive. Is Logan Dalton a relevant name? His name is Logan Dalton. Now there's where I would hide some loot if there was some hidden loot. Okay. That's concerning that these boxes are open. I don't think they're coffins though, but is a concern. It looks like there should be some sort of super weapon on that. I'll take some mining charges. And,
Got some mining charges here. Looks disarmed.
Wait,
some sort of
how
drill
much
saw.
do they look disarmed?
Disarmed enough. You clearly haven't handled many explosives.
Guilty as charged.
But okay, doors that are open. Green. I don't know what green light signifies. That suggests we just carry on that way.
Another nav beacon.
We must be getting close to the core.
Again, you know, who placed these nav beacons if no one has been here? Are you not curious that people have been here since and, you know, placed these nav beacons? Okay, vehicles to traverse. That looks like a core. I mean, we have to go check out the interesting shrine.
You seeing this?
Rocks.
Sure am. How
Representation
has
of
all
alien?
of this just been sitting here?
Their stories were abandoned, just like they were.
What gets me is that there was no OPA back then. There wasn't even the word Belter. But as soon as they got out here, somehow their lives didn't matter anymore.
Huh. Well, if that's how you feel, welcome to the OPA.
I'm serious.
I'm serious too. The OPA isn't just for dock orphans on Ceres. It's for anyone who wants to fight for a free belt. At least that's what it should be.
Is this where the broadcast came from? Could be a transmitter.
Would you like to take it? It might be useful. Okay. I am disorientated. Okay, so we need to re-establish power. Which there's literally the power lever right there, but you don't seem to want to do it. I guess we need to connect the cables first. Okay, so I know where we back out are again. We need to probably wire from a completely different room to bring them all into here. Right, so nothing in there. Oh, it goes up. Right, of course. Okay. Then, is there anything else in here? It doesn't look like it. Okay, let's move along. Moving on, like I know you should. Boom, boom, boom. Again, I'm determined to find any secret loot. We haven't been told like a extra special mission for this one yet. But maybe there's something I should have done differently. Like, not talk to her. Maybe we get, like, a secret mission if we don't talk to her. Because we've turned off our comms to be private. I bet they're screaming at us that something is happening. And we shouldn't have mentioned anything. And we shouldn't have turned our comms private. That's probably caused us some serious issues. Because consequences. Consequences. We're not listening to them getting in trouble from pirates or whatever and being in trouble, and we're probably gonna lose someone because of it. Or the ship's gonna be screwed up, or something bad's gonna happen. Alright, I'm not gonna turn on the power just yet. We have to investigate the surroundings. Okay, level 3. I'll take the circuit boards. Just sat chilling there. I mean, we're getting a lot of stuff to maybe repair something, so it's not bad, but concerning. Uh-oh. This is an interesting angle. Ominous. Very ominous. And Maya isn't coming.
With all this alone time you've given me, I've been thinking about something. Whatever this treasure is, the one thing we know is that it will change everything. No more scavenging, no more running.
That's the hope.
The thing is, I think if I had all the money in the world to do anything I wanted, it would be doing this. With you.
Aww.
Okay, not this exactly, but working with you to help build a better future for the Belt. I want to be a part of it. If you'll have me, I mean.
I'd be lucky to have you. So would the OPA. As long as you're sure that's what you really want.
I want to be a part of something that matters. And I want to be with the only person who's ever made me feel like I matter too.
Okay, good consequences. Maybe we haven't ruined everything yet. Okay, it's a good job I picked up that circuit board, isn't it? Because it didn't let me look around in there. Unless we can get back out there. The Eternal Triangle! They've tried to recreate it.
Holy shit, this is beautiful.
It only looks like it from one angle. And a million coffins.
It would be beautiful if it wasn't filled with dead Belters. That shape at the bottom, I recognize it from the coordinates.
That's promising. Let me check the server for this sector, then I'll meet you down there.
Well, in we go! Yeah, I definitely did rise and get in that circuit board before we were told off. Or, you know, sent in a cutscene. Are they gonna come alive?
Okay, here's something. The sector's thermoscanner reports biometric presence. There must have been someone here.
Life signs. Turning on.
They're still here!
Coming down!
No, stay back. Try to get eyes. My name is Kamina Drummer. I don't know who you are, but...
I know who you are! You're the pirate JP sent to take me out. Lousy in your scum. But you'll never find that sample!
Maya!
I see him. He has you pinned down. I'll try to direct you from up here. Okay, he's coming up on the left.
That's my right. Up.
Okay, he's flanking around to your left.
Same direction! Easy. They're gonna change up the controls, aren't they?
But I don't think he's down.
I mean, he's got a hole in his suit.
Maya!
And he's bleeding.
Wait, he's charging! Your left,
To the left
now.
again! They did change it up. They made us do footwork. Dead. Well, I guess we're getting no questions out of him. But we're not dead.
Wrist terminal broken. And he was running low on oxygen.
Because you shot a hole in his suit. He might not have
The
been running low
hypoxia
on
must have
oxygen.
made him
You
disoriented.
shot a hole in his suit.
He seemed to confuse you for someone else. JP?
And he's got another hole in his mask now.
His oxygen was so low, I don't think he even knew who he was shooting at.
I know he just tried to kill you, but... Poor guy.
This wrist terminal is too busted to search.
There's a hand terminal over there. Must be his.
I wouldn't have made it through that firefight without Maya.
Yeah, if she had gave us directions.
Wonder what this guy was doing down here.
I don't know, we might have lived.
Let's look around. He was obviously here for a while. Maybe he left something behind.
Wonder what this guy was doing down
Like
here.
the terminal.
Let's look around. He was obviously here for a while. Maybe he left something behind.
Do I want to initiate that, or do I want to? Okay. Dug up more grad school notes. According to an epidemiology professor, there was an early Belter settlement at these coordinates. They died as centric. Can you guys let me know? I'll search coordinates from my unit. We'll grab you later, truck signals, and watch you closely. We have to move fast. I know that there's a thing there. But, okay, also... we're at the bottom of the triangle, okay. I was going to say, what happened to the other stuff that we did before? You know... Or the way that we came from. Hello? It's a good job that we can float, isn't it? Because standing on that spot, your grav boots get wedged. You can't move. Gonna do laps around this, you know, this is fine. I'm sure we will figure out where we were before. We should listen, but half of me is tempted to go explore the other bits, because I feel like there's going to be something.
There's a message on here.
You stole something from me. Luckily for you, my desire to see it returned is greater than my desire for revenge. This will be your only chance. Say I was open to it. My partner has other ideas. We know.
Others?
She's already contacted the UN and their Shinabi. Luckily, some pirates got to them first. Pirates? Are they? Don't worry about them. Just send me your location and hold tight. However you deal with your partner, my men will clean it up. This is why I love Earthers.
So this man stole the MK core, brought it out here with his partner.
His partner, who must be around here somewhere. Maybe they have the core.
Or maybe it's in this side room that's, you know, down here. This seems like a place. Search for the MK core back down there? Well... I have found an interesting place. Or is this where we just were? This might be back where we came from before. Okay, so we could have came back and collected the other stuff later then. Okay. So turns out there was... Actually, no. I was going to say there's maybe more up. The Eternal Triangle has an eye in it. It's the Illuminati. Of course it is. It's always the Illuminati. Okay, we didn't reconnect the power to the other route in the other room, so that's interesting. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Can find you here. Where are you? And where is she? No. Okay, I found you. Going in. Okay, there's actually more that I actually didn't see. Okay. That was cleverly hidden. Death records. New mission log. Considering we were kind of being thorough about looking around that, I didn't see that there was this bit here. It's kind of embarrassing, like all the other things that we missed in every other level. The wolf will live with the lamb, the leopard will lie with the goat, and the children will lead them unto salvation. Future traveler, we lay our beloved children before you. If you be healer, heal. If you be miracle worker, work. If you be passer through, pass through and go in peace. Cassiopeia Collective. What if we all three? What if we're all three? Okay, they have recreated the eternal triangle. There's some different symbols in there as well, I see. The eternal triangle leads one way, the Illuminati eye, the hyper triangle. That's the eternal triangle in triangulations in triangles. You know, ever lost triangle. I guess it's a different representation of the eternal triangle.
They're all children. It's a children's tomb.
The first one's born in space. I understand. First children born in space. First belters.
They buried their children here first. Couldn't bear the thought of recycling them.
Then they couldn't bear the thought of being
triangles.
separated from them either. So here they are.
They did say they were the first victims as well.
Here they are.
This almost looks like a Borg maturation chamber. Are they Borg?
So these people stole the core and ran here. And they hid their prize.
Well, no one wants to look here.
In a fucking children's tomb.
It's a good hiding place, because no one would want to look in here. Nobody would want to look in here. Coffin stands in memory of the first children lost to the illness arrived at our station. Their bodies were tragically recycled before our minds were awakened to our greater purpose. Although they are lost, we hold them in our hearts forever. So they were recycled! So you lied. They were actually recycled. They weren't, you know, desiccated and dried out. What is this monolith that's growing into your station? The aliens that live here? The asteroids? Okay, more Illuminati symbols. This coffin in particular is special, huh?
Some of the first children born in the belt, and this is the fate they suffered.
They were abandoned, but at least they weren't forgotten.
Well, they're theirs. Oh, come on! Don't send me off there. There was another room, there was more stuff back there.
What do you think happened?
I saw another route that I maybe could have flown down. I wasn't done.
I have compiled evidence to show why this substance presents such a novel set of risks. I now truly believe we may be looking at an eschatological event. I thought I could deliver this sample to the right hands and develop an antidote, but I underestimated many things. All that matters is that I destroy the sample and pray the same will be done to the rest of this cursed substance.
Guess they stashed it before they had their fight. It's not in here.
So they stole the MK core and brought it here. But then our security guard turned on his partner and shot her?
Seems right.
Oh, because he went crazy? I commenced this diary for the benefit of future histories. I believe we are embarking on a biomedical revolution, rivaled only by the advent of synthetic nitrogen and CRISPR, non-CD said omnibus. I know this is the discovery of the millennia, but some of my fellow researchers have lost the plot. All they want to do is scale up the testing, idiots. We have the potential to eradicate cancer, reverse cellular decay, bolster immunity against all infections. Let's keep our focus. The situation has grown tenuous. Dresden appears to have lost all sense of process and propriety. Rumour is he's pushing a cognition enhancement modifier on his junior research as a means of advancement. If he tries this shit on me, he will find an enhancement up his ass. Ask Strickland what he knows about the other teams here. No response. I know we're not the only ones on this project. What research are they hiding? Would they be insane enough to develop it as a weapon? Data are clear. This thing can teach us so much about biology, but it isn't ours to control. Okay, so they grabbed the virus and they're trying to use it to like cause things, and it's screwing people up, and then they're using it to control people's brains. Dresden wants to talk about human testing now. What the fuck? I can't even begin to account for the ethical dumpster fire that presents at this stage. Maybe that's why he's busy with his enhancement lobotomies. Yes. I was correct. The lab is being shut down. Resources to be transferred to his other projects. For what horrors I can only imagine. How's our response? My credentials got me into the lab one last time. I took the core. Some of Strickland's new project too. Dear God, those people. I bribed the guard, Matix, to smuggle out the core and get us off Phoebe. My contact at the UNN promises to set me up with a new research team somewhere no one can find us. Alex Bruddy dropped us off an abandoned assessment. We were supposed to rendezvous with UNN Ushinabe days ago, but no messages, no response. That's because the ship got destroyed. What was I thinking? If the UNN can't handle this, there's nowhere safe. It must be destroyed. Matix might protest, but I will convince him. He's a simple man, not impervious to reason. It just needs to find a furnace that burns hot enough. Okay, so she was trying to
Looks
burn
like the
virus.
scientist contacted the UNN, and they sent over the Ushinabe.
But they weren't able to stop the word from leaking out.
All individuals handling this information are required to protect it from unauthorized disclosure, handling, storage, reproduction, and disposition, blah blah blah. MK Core. Okay, Phoebe Station. It's clear that the sample is encoded with instructions, and these instructions are unknown, perhaps unknowable. Exposure to human biomass seems to activate it, although exposure to other replication systems has proven effective as well. So it's a living virus. Most attempts to break down the sample's molecular bonds, exposure to solvents, disinfectants, freezing temperatures, have failed. Exposure to extremely high heat has shown some efficacy. Cellular explosion, cellular wall, cellular replication, so it turns into people. Test subjects, belter of unknown origin, 4 to 6 days, fatal. Sample is highly transmissible and with proper exposure maintains 100% infection rate. Greater amount of biomass is needed in order to further understand the sample's encoded instructions. Virus cotton swab. Symptoms began within 3 hours. Subject was moved to exam room 4. Subjects were exposed via sample via cotton swab, then immediately put through decontaminations. They showed no symptoms. Immediate decontamination may be effective in the event of accidental exposure to staff. Subjects were housed in exam room 4. Transmission became within hours. Subjects complained of disorientation, fever and vomiting after 4 days, chest and stomach pain. Primary symptoms, and subjects showed a pronounced aversion to the station's overhead lighting. Hibernation ensued shortly after. Okay, so then they put the MK core in stasis.
The MK core isn't a treasure.
Virus.
It's a weapon.
What kind of weapon?
I don't know.
Bioweapon.
Something
it's a
alive.
virus.
And fucking dangerous.
So the MK core is some kind of organism.
I don't know. And neither do the scientists studying it.
And yet this company is pouring endless amounts of money into it. They're willing to kill to keep it secret, and now they're running human tests.
Not humans. Belters. They don't even think of Belters as human. Fucking inners. They found a weapon they didn't understand, and they brought it out here to play with.
That's horrible.
It's nothing new. Just like Anderson Station. The Lagoon. Even these people. Left out here to die. Just another chapter in the story.
I wasn't done exploring. Okay, they stored it in a cryostasis where one of the bodies were. She was trying to cook it though.
Ready?
I don't think we should unleash it. I'm not ready. I wanted to go explore the bits that I saw up there.
We found it.
I better miss something important.
And now we're going to destroy it.
Time to cook it. Throw it into the sun. Easy. What's the hottest place that you can think of? The sun. The sun can't destroy it. Nothing can. I better miss something very important in there, in those rooms that I didn't go looking, because I was like, we've come across thing. Oh, come on. Yeah. Not allowed to go explore those last bits. I hate that it does this. Inevitably, something good was in that other room and in the corridor by the side of that.
Burn in about a minute.
Hidden behind
What are
the
you going
walls.
to tell the others?
That the people with the money to buy this are the same people who would use it against the belt.
Unless we don't sell it. Hear me out. Whatever this is, it could still be everything you need to help the belt. What if we kept it?
As a weapon? Or as a bargaining chip?
Call it what you want, but no one would mess with the OPA if they knew—
The OPA doesn't work that way. It's 100 factions with 1,000 goals. The OPA would tear itself apart over something like this.
Why are you so sure of that? You're talking like an inner.
I'm talking like someone who knows the OPA. Who knows men like Doss and what they do to stay in power.
But the belt may never get a chance like this again. You can't just take that away.
You don't get it. You may have bounced around in zero-G for a while, but you don't understand the belt.
Do I get control again? Because I'd like to walk back to that other part of the ship and check it out.
Hey! What don't I understand?
Belters always look for danger. Broken air filters, leaky reactors, anything that could mean danger. And this... it's a disaster waiting to happen. Think about it. Not like a Martian, but like a Belter. From everything you've seen out here so far, how do you think this really ends for us?
Fuck. You're right. Let's do what we have to do.
If I get control, I'm going all the way back down the ship. I'm checking out the other room. It's not going to let me.
Rayan, what are you doing?
See, Baratna? Told you, we couldn't trust her.
Oh. Yeah, of course he's
Hand
going
it
to aim
over.
at her.
Now!
She gave it over easily because she secretly, you know, wanted to use it and control. Did we have a moment to maybe do something there?
And that?
Arlen, listen to me. That is a death sentence. You'll never be able to unload it without getting killed in the process.
See, that's your issue. No faith in your crew. I already have a buyer on Ceres.
Damn it, Arlen, you don't understand what you're doing.
You always think you know better than everyone else. That's how you always end up here, yeah?
I don't know what the fuck your plan is, but you can't just take over the ship and throw Drummer in the brig.
No brig. Airlock.
What do you mean? Just got to head back to Ceres.
Tinsha! How long is the trip to Ceres? Huh? 2 weeks? 3? You want to stay awake the whole time? Until we sell this thing, she'll be trying to take it back. Stubborn Owala. Never knows when she's lost.
Oh my god.
No, there has to be another way.
As long as she's on board, it's still her ship. You think Maya and Virgil will take orders from us while she's around?
Easily.
Any fucking pilot likes her. No. It's the only way to finish this. Take her to the airlock.
Sorry. He's with me. Even though he lost his leg, he's with me. He's gonna act like it for now, but see? Trust him. I think we lost somebody though. I trust him. He's gonna take out his brother. He knows I did the right thing, and I can see in him that he knows that he needs to take out his brother. Now, he didn't react as quickly as I thought he would to stop his brother, which means is Maya in danger?
Sorry, Cap. For real. I wish I could stop Arlen.
You can.
You can. Help me take him down.
But Ratna's the only reason I'm alive. The only reason I got off Vesta.
How's this trusting you? Was I wrong to trust you? Are you just gonna space me with oxygen?
Let you hurt him, but I won't watch you die either.
Can't stand to be apart from your girlfriend, can you?
You son of a bitch! Let me go!
What did you do? Sabaka nearly bit my ear off. Would have clawed my eyes out next.
See, I knew he had caused danger to Maya because we left the
She's at the
room.
part of this.
Now you're gonna have to make a move because he's gonna see that you gave me a mask.
Put it on. We can make it to the station and send a distress signal. Hurry.
I'm the one with the bullet in me. You take it.
You'll be fine. We both will.
I can't.
Stop! I'm still your captain. Do it. Now!
And she's
I
obviously...
said I would do anything to help the belt. And nobody can do more for the belt than you.
Just put on the damn mask. We can hold our breath.
Idiot.
No!
Well, I guess we lost someone. I have a feeling that we were able to save her. We should have fought. It's fine. Then we would have saved her. Shouldn't have trusted the guy. You know, I thought he would make a move before we left the room and not be like,
come on.
That.
Come on.
Take your helmet off and give it to her. Now, you know,
No.
she got a chance.
Come on.
Well, she's already dead. There goes our ship. Consequences. So episode 4 and 5 can be very different. Is there a chance that we could have left on the ship?
Maya,
Maybe
please.
if we hadn't... I mean, if we hadn't convinced her to be on our side, she
Maya.
would have probably left with them alive as well. It would have been just us. At least she'd have been alive. Well, guess we're fucked up. Guess we fucked up. But I wonder if there's very, very different consequences if we could have left on the ship or not. Interesting. Curious. I'm going to skip the credits on this one. Okay, so 17% didn't sleep with Maya, 17% didn't talk about it. Maya didn't swear revenge. Drummer didn't swear revenge on Maya. Drummer realised retaliated for Maya's earlier pranks for the mining charges. Drummer didn't find the mining charges. Okay. Retaliation for a prank on the mining charges? Hello? What would we have done? Left a trap and pretend it was going to explode, or maybe exploded her? Hell of a prank. Drummer said she'd be looking to have Maya's help in the belt. 20% questioned her. 48% were horrified. Okay. 52 agreed that it was beautiful. Prepare for the worst. Belters don't lie to themselves. You shouldn't lie to yourself. Drummer trusted Rayan when it took her to the airlock. We were all very wrong to do that. Maya was spaced 34%, even though 81% trusted Rayan. I guess the ones that didn't sleep with her. Yeah, no, the ones that didn't sleep with her also would have had her remain on the Artemis. 66% lost her. Because we all were stupid enough to trust this guy. And ironically, all the people that didn't sleep with her also trusted him. Because he seemed like he should have been trusted, but... damn. Mistakes were made. 66% lost her. 2/3. Consequences. Nobody is safe. Do we want to save anyone else? Wait, is episode 4 already out? Episode 4 is already out? I can just continue? Really? I thought there was... No, it's not out. Continue. This is not out yet. Okay, they changed it from being, hey, go buy the game. Episode 4, not out yet. So we'll have to come back. Stranded and desperate. Drummer searches for help, but finds more danger. Probably the aliens and the zombies that come back to life whilst we're stuck on the ship. Ironically, the pirates are going to have left their ship there, right? So we can go and steal their ship and, you know, get out of this situation that way. But we've lost somebody. How many more are we going to lose? We probably don't want to save the other brother because, you know, he's not going to. So even more people are going to die. And that's what we're going to call it a day. We'll be back on Friday with some more Death Stranding. We'll be back for this when the next episode comes out. Thanks for watching, and I'll